Hey everyone, Muriel here. So I am going to be doing a tutorial on how I make these bows. This is one I made some time ago, maybe in the summer or last year. It's definitely for a birthday. And you've seen, I have shown you ones that I have made for Christmas. So I'm going to show you how I do them. I know the directions say one way. Here's the box that from the bow making set. I picked this up at Tuesday morning, $3.99. I've still seen them available. And I also see them with just the one. So you get three sizes, small, medium, large. And again, inside you get the instructions, of course, the bow makers. And you get 12 of these stickies to go on the back. And then you get these brads. And when I first bought the kit, I was able to find an extra pack of brads and stickers. But if you make as many bows as I have and will continue, you will run out of these brads and you will run out of the stickers. And you'll be just like, now what? So what I've done is I've been using regular brads, and I'm going to show you in a tutorial. And when these stickers run out, because these are quite large, they're probably best for the back of the larger bows. But then if you're going to make a smaller bow, right, that's going to take up half the back of it. So what I've done, and maybe you have some in your stash, are the score tape 6x6 double-sided adhesive tapes, right, that you can use. And I've just been taking a circle punch, as you can see here, and cutting some of them out. So I'm going to find my circle punch. Where are you, circle punch? Oh, here he is. Okay. And I've been trying to really use this till the end, right? You know how we do. So I'm going to just get some scissors, and I'm going to kind of cut out some of this area that I'm trying to get to, right? So if you were to get right there, that's going to work. Okay, that will work. So again, this is the score tape. I know we have the, this is the sheets, right? But we tend to have the strips. So this will be a good, there's some right there. This would be a good thing if you don't have any to get, if you enjoy making bows. So to start, and this is going to be a bow that I'm not going to include in my stash because this is just the strips that I have left. And you need 5 strips to make these bows. I'm going to be making a medium one. And don't quote me, but I think the length for the medium is 4 3/4. Let's just get this out and see. These are 3/4 inch strips, and they are 4 3/4 inches long, and you need 5 of them. So the instructions tell you to cut out like 108-inch strip. Like you have to practically cut a bunch of strips out like I was doing, and then tape them together at the end. And it's just one long strip, and that's how you just kind of crisscross them over these little tabs. But I found that Bona does it a different way. She does have a tutorial on it, on this how to make these bows. If you just get on YouTube and put in EK Tools bow making set, you will, her video will pop up, and she also has the measurements for the strips and how she uses them. So someone emailed me and said that, but they can't find where she uses the brad. I know I saw it, but hopefully you are a subscriber of hers, so that when she does post videos, you get them. But you almost have to go back in her library, and I do it all the time. I mean, Bona has videos that go back 9 years, and if I know it's something that she made, I will just try to put in keywords to bring it up somehow, and then I'm able to find it. So let's get started making. We're going to make a medium one, and you see I've already had a small one ready to go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've cut my strips. I'm using double-sided paper. Again, this bow here will not mean anything because the strips are all cattywampus. But what I do is I punch a hole about 1/4 of an inch from the edge. This happens to be a Teresa Collins heart punch. Doesn't matter. I really just eyeball it. There you go. So some of these I did punch already and some I did not. And you can use any kind of small hole punch you have in your stash. I just happen to grab this one. And the same thing with the sticky circles here. Once you cut it out, you know, it's always nice to punch a hole. I happen to have one of those type of punches. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this finished here. I'm planning on giving these bows for the holiday to some, you know, scrappy friends and stuff. Because, you know, when you think about bows, you try to match them up with the paper. And right now, I don't know what kind of paper I'm going to use. I may use craft paper. I've talked about that a lot, wrapping gifts in craft paper with string and then one of these bows, and that would look cute. So to start, I'm just going to bend these papers so that they will cooperate with me when I wrap them around these tabs. So the first thing I do is I get one of these little brads, and just as you would, the instructions will state to go ahead and stick it in here. And trust me, I have used this brad for over 10 bows. Same brad, right? Okay, so I got it in there, and then as the directions say, you start with 1. The numbers are all the way around, right? So we're going to start with 1, and we're just going to wrap it around, and I'm just going to find this second hole and put it in. And this is pretty bendable, so if your paper doesn't feel like it's going to pull around, it will. Okay, then I'm going to go to the second one. Go ahead and pop that in there. Wrap it around. Now, I don't care if you wrap it here where the lip shows or if you cover up the lip. Doesn't matter. Okay. Now, if you don't punch holes, then you'll just wrap it around and just you know, this is kind of sharp. It'll cut through the paper. Whatever you want. I just find it easy if I have a whole pre-existing hole. Okay, get that one in there. And then my fourth one. And then my fifth one. Okay, so there you go. So you've completed the medium bow. Then the next thing I do is I want to put the backing on it. And this is a big bow, so I think I want the bigger one because I want it to touch all of these crossovers, right? So I think this one, this is a real funny sticker too. It's really funny on how you peel it off. I tried the other side, it doesn't work. I tried the shiny side, it works. Okay, so now that's peeled off. What I'm going to do is just line it up to get the brad through the center of the sticker. And I'm going to press it down. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, so now everything is, these are all got tape on them so they won't just pop off. So the next thing you do is you turn this over and you just take off your bow tips, right? They're all off. Then I'm going to grab it by the brad and, you know, gingerly pull this off. So then you end up with this. The next thing I like to do is I like to kind of shape it in. I'm pressing the sticker also on the back. Okay. Then I'm going to take my little tool here because what I want to do is I want to pull the brad out. So I'm just going to grab it here. Make sure my hand is on the entire bow. Take that out. Now the hole is still where it is. I'm going to grab a brad. Now this is a brad with a short prong, I guess, but it works. And I'm going to put my, because this is going to be the bottom and this one is going to go inside of it, I am going to, thinking here, put my brad through the back up. And that's because I don't want a lot of bulk on this side to meet with that side. I rather have that showing on the back side, the top of the brad. So then I'm just going to open this up, as you know how to open up a brad. And there you have the bottom of your bow. Now we're going to push this to the side and then finish this one. I already started this one here. This is a smaller one. This one here is a 1/2 inch paper, and it's 3 3/4 in length for the smaller ones, okay? So they look like that. So again, I'm going to go ahead and bend this off. Okay, once it's off, then I'm going to gingerly lift this off. Okay. And let's get a sticker. Let's get this one here. This is the one that I cut out with the score tape. Let's see here. Let's use a pokey to get in between because I cannot see. And I have glue on my pokey. I just started here. There we go. Okay. Same thing. I'm going to fit that over the prongs of the brad. Okay, make sure I press that down. And then I'm going to, while holding it, I'm going to take these pair of jewelry tools and pull the brad out. There you go. And that's how that can be used over and over again. Now this one is going to sit inside here. So what I'm going to do is take my brad. Again, I don't want bulky to bulky, so I'm going to push it in this way. And again, you may find another way to do this, or it probably don't matter to you, but just with doing them, 10 of them yesterday, I kind of thought this is a lot better. So I'm just going to press that down. There you go. Okay, so now, if that would fit in here like so, there we go, like that. Okay, now you're thinking about the center. So I have over here some strips of paper, and I'm just going to use maybe a piece like this. Just going to cut it some because it says in there you need to make the center. Right, so what I like to do is just eyeball it. I figured that would be a nice center. And then I use my tiny attacher to staple it on both sides, like so. Okay, then you still have your circle. I just kind of play with it to make sure it's still circular. So now what I'm going to do first is get this in here. Okay, I'm going to leave that tape on there like so. I'm going to use my glue gun, and I'm just going to put lots of glue on the back of this bow. And then as I'm placing it in the center, I want to make sure that these, you know, or every other one, they kind of get spaced in the center. And once I think I have it, then I'm going to give it a minute here and just press it. As I'm pressing it, I'm kind of curling it in. These you can see are just like wide open, like busted wide open. And that's cute. Again, that's what I did last year, but I'm just kind of, each time I do these, I kind of learn something different. So I'm just trying to press this down so it'll stay. And then my next thing, what I want to do is to put that in the center like so. So I'm going to put some glue over this area where the staples are. Okay. Okay, and then we're just going to, I'm going to put it right over that brad. Okay, but then I am also going to get both hands in there and press her down. Give the glue a minute to set up. I do have a paper pad that I pulled out of my stash that has a lot of pinks and greens, and I thought I would make some bows with that, because this is pretty traditional. This is the, you know, traditional Christmas colors. So there is your bow, just like the larger one. And then what you would do is you could peel this off because it's already split. You could peel that off, and then you would put that on your package. So I hope that this has helped someone who has the bow making set and curious about how to use the brad. So here the brad is, you know, it's probably bent a little, but it's not that bad. And it can be used over and over and over again. Like I said, because you'll eventually run out. And then what? I never even looked to see if they were online or not. I'm sure they probably are, but here's another way that you can do it. So again, make sure you go over to Live Love Scrap. That's bonus channel, Live Love Scrap. And if you Google EK Tools bow making set, you're going to see her video pop up. And from there, toward the end, because she uses ribbon, she used decorative edge paper, like this is decorative edge there. So, but she does also give you the measurements to make the small, medium, and the large bows. So I thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, please just leave me a comment down below. And until my next video, you guys take care. Bye now.